This is the reason that Nothing White works for fat loss. And if you're curious about working with one of us, go ahead and click the link below to learn more. But the reason that Nothing White works is because it gives us some sort of structure. It makes us stop for a second and think about what we're about to consume. And most of us tend to think, oh, I don't want structure. I don't want to be boxed in. I don't want people trying to tell me how to think. But in reality, most of us are begging for some kind of structure if we are not willing to impose that structure upon ourselves. And this kind of goes back to the idea that the way that got you to where you are is probably not going to get you to where you want to be. It might have gotten you to a great place, but if you want to get somewhere new, you're probably going to have to do some new things. And in order to do those new things, you're going to have to impose a different stress, structure, activity, something upon yourself. One of the things that Nothing White can do is impose this structure in a very, very, very simple way when people first start trying to lose weight. Obviously, Nothing White gets a little silly when you get into things like cauliflower. Are you really not going to eat cauliflower? Are you really not going to eat horseradish? You know, these are white, but most of us, when we think, okay, what in the nutrition world is white? We're like white bread, pasta, potatoes, these really calorically dense things that we have a lot in our daily lives, because most of us, I don't think we really realize how much food we're putting into our mouths in a given day. And what this does, what this structure allows us to do, is just put the brakes on right before we're about to consume something. Is this what I want to consume for the outcome that I want to have 6 weeks, 60 weeks from now? Because in the moment, delayed gratification is basically just being slightly uncomfortable for this moment in time in order to have what you want later on. You're either going to sacrifice for what you want now for what you want then, or you're going to sacrifice. Wait, I said that backwards, didn't I? You're either going to sacrifice in the now for what you want in the future, or you're going to sacrifice the future for what you want in the now. So why does Nothing work, or Nothing White work? It's because most of our calorically dense foods that we eat on a regular basis are overconsumed. So if we stop eating them for a short period of time, maybe 2 weeks, it can help rewire our brain a little bit so that our behaviors can change, so that we can kind of get a hold of ourselves. But ultimately, all we're doing there is imposing a structure upon ourselves and some rules so that we can have a better outcome that we want later on.